Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Grand Tour. And this is a new film from Mubi and director Miguel Gomez. And this film focuses on the story of Edward, played by Goncalo Waddington, who winds up fleeing his wedding and his fiancée, and this civil servant goes off through Asia, going globetrotting from country to country, exploring culture and just, being on the run, and soon pursued by Molly, his betrothed, played by Krista Alfayet, who chases after him. This film really is a tale of two stories, the first half really focusing on Edward's escape, and then the second half, Molly's pursuit. And really, that's just an excuse for narrative to have the most basic of structures, because writing-wise, there isn't a whole lot of structured, deep narrative or story to this. It really is happiness and exploration of what brings joy, and you have Edward who's trying to break out of this melancholy as he's going through these different places. I think the film works in like an interesting pseudo-documentary format when it starts going on these little interludes showing culture, whether it's karaoke of Frank Sinatra or puppet shows, and just the detail of the humanity that makes up these different cultures and societies, and us, the audience, and Edward and Molly seeing them on display. This film is gorgeous. Any time you just see that black and white cinematography, it is so crisp, it is vibrant in its monochrome shades. Even when the film does go into color, it's still striking and interesting to look at. This film is quite engrossing in that way, from a visual standpoint, from an atmospheric standpoint, and from a thematic and cultural standpoint. The film really explores these different kinds of cultures and these experiences, but something odd in the way that you have Edward who does not escape to see the world, he escapes to disconnect, and him speaking in Portuguese the whole entire time in all these different countries, despite being an American character, has this interesting way of reinforcing the cultural and linguistic disconnect, the lack of communication. And there's some interesting ideas like that folded in. This is very much an auteur art house experience. This does not have a very structured narrative, and it does not have a very satisfying conclusion from a narrative standpoint. It's all experience, it is all feeling, it is all exploration. And at the end of the day, this is a bold, ambitious film, and Gomez does it with such panache and style and vibrance that you can't help but on some level be engaged and intrigued by the experience that you're having, even if it isn't so narratively as we come accustomed to with a lot of films. But those are my thoughts on Grand Tour. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.